Give me a pass. Give me a pass. I ain't got my slushy today. I will have it tomorrow, I promise. What's up, YouTube? You already know who it is. TA, welcome back to my channel. You good? You good? You straight? Ain't nobody fucking with you today, neither. Man, I hope y'all feeling good. Happy Wednesday. I know I've been going for a minute. Kevin Hart, let me explain. I work at night, and when I get off, I don't get off until the morning. Then when I come in, I go to sleep. Then when I wake up, I go work out. I work out twice a day. I'm actually finna go work out right now. That's why I got this on. I got my little running pants on and shit. I do my little cardio, then I do my body weight exercises and shit. When I'm done with that, I'm come back, edit this video up, then throw it up here for y'all. So yeah, so I do that, then I go to a boxing gym. But at the time when I was going to the gym, I was telling myself, like, man, I'm gonna shoot a video, But I was shooting videos, but I fall asleep because, you know, my body still needs that time to recover. It still needs that rest. So I made the sacrifice that I'm gonna stop going to the gym completely. I'm just gonna focus on my personal workouts. I'm just gonna focus on YouTube. And to me, I feel like I've been pushing YouTube off to the side. I haven't been consistent as much. I missed 13 days, bro. It's not a good look. I'm not actually pissed at myself for that, but I fell off. It's okay. I fell off, but on out, I'm not gonna miss no more days. Trust me, I'm not gonna miss no more days. I really enjoy this YouTube shit. I really wanna make this my career. I don't wanna work here for the rest of my life. I don't. It's a lot of people I wanna retire. It's a lot of people I wanna take care of and shit. And I'm gonna go hard from here on out. I'm not gonna fall off no more. I'm gonna damn near start dropping 2 videos a day on y'all ass. Like, y'all gonna know who TA is. I don't give a fuck if I gotta come through the back door on y'all ass. Like, y'all gonna know who I am. So before we get into this story, man, make sure you turn on post notifications. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Come join this journey with me. My video is gonna inspire a lot of people. Come join this journey. Becoming homeless at 15 years old. Now look, I'm be honest with y'all. I became homeless twice throughout my life. When I was 15, then when I was 18. You know, both of them obstacles that I faced throughout my life, it was a whole lot of pain. Don't get me wrong, it's a whole lot of pain. I slept on so many floors. You know, I got shitted on by people. You know, I went through a whole lot. I went through a lot of crying, a lot of sleepless nights, a whole lot of shit. A lot of times where I didn't even eat. I went through a whole lot of pain, but I got through it. It was hard. At one point in time, I didn't even care about living no more. But trust me, I know what that shit like. So whoever watching this, whoever in my situation, female, boy, whoever, but if you 15, I want you to use me as motivation. If I can get through this shit, you can too. So just listen to my story, be inspired by my story. Don't quit. Don't be okay with coming in second. I'm not okay with coming in second. I'm gonna tell y'all something. The 2 biggest losses that made me hate losing is my daddy and my grandma. Lost them too. That shit made me hate losing. So I go hard at everything I do. No matter what it is, I go hard at everything I do because I don't like losing. Go hard with this YouTube shit because I don't want to lose, bro. I don't want to go back to sleeping on people's floors, even though they don't want me to. I don't want to go back to that shit. I don't. That's too much. That was a lot of pain. People was talking shit about me in front of my face, and I couldn't even say nothing because I'm living with them. I don't want to experience that shit again. I don't. Use me as motivation. Take y'all back to 2013. You know, back in 2013, I was 15 years old, and I was going to Maryville High School for like a year. Then I had left, but we were still living in Hickory Ridge around this time. But Hickory started getting a little dangerous and shit. Like, people started dying, people started getting shot on and shit. Like, buildings started catching on fire. So Mama had made the decision to leave because it started getting dangerous and shit. So at the time, she was taking care of me, my sister, my cousin, my auntie, and her boyfriend. Now she moved everybody out of the house. We moved to Griffin, Indiana. And at the time, I was supposed to go to Griffin High School after my freshman year, but like I said, we became homeless. So fast forward, Mama take care of everybody. Like I said, she's taking care of everybody. I don't know if they paying rent. I don't know. Like I said, y'all, I don't know if they paying rent. I'm just telling y'all the shit from what I remember, and I got a really good memory. So I don't know if they paying rent. Me, I stayed in the child's place. You know, y'all know that saying, stay in the child's place? I stayed in my fucking place. Like, I just cared about going to school, playing sports, working out, girls. Like, that's what I cared about. I didn't care about the whole adult shit. My nigga, I'm 15. I just went through puberty the year before. Like, I didn't care about nothing. I didn't care about no bills, nothing. I didn't care about none of that. So I don't know what's going on. Like, I just see my mama taking care of everything. Like, it's food in the crib, blah, blah, blah. Like, she busting her ass. Like, she's taking care of everybody. So that's what I remember. So at the time, I'm just going from home to my friend crib. And I don't really like calling this dude my friend, but I'm gonna put my personal issues to the side because, you know, bro was doing a lot of smiling around this time, but it's okay, it's cool. You know, I'm gonna put my issues to the side and I'm gonna give him his flowers while he's still here. Because when I got that phone call, I was at his house, but he was doing a whole lot of smiling, but it's okay, I'm gonna put my issues to the side. Now, I would be bouncing back and forth from home to my friend crib. And at the time, my friend had just moved on the house on Van Buren Street. On Van Buren Street, we was still going to Maryville because we had walked to school every single day and shit. So yeah, the school wasn't nothing but like 10 to 15 minutes away from his house and shit. So we had just walked to school every single day. And I be over there most of the time. But when I go back home, it's a lot of shit going on at the crib. Like my mom and her boyfriend arguing, like my auntie and my mama be arguing, then me and my cousin to be getting into it, like it's just a lot going on. And me, I didn't like all that toxic shit, that negative shit. So I used to try to find ways to find peace. Like when I'm at home, I know y'all gonna laugh, but for me to get my peace, cause my room was always taken. Like my mama and boyfriend to be in the room watching TV, then my mama and my auntie, my cousin them be in my room watching TV. For me to get my peace, I'd be in the bathroom, just sitting in the tub. Like I'd just be sitting in the tub, just chilling. Like I'd just be sitting in the tub chilling. I know that's weird, but bro, that's how I got my peace. And then when somebody got to use the bathroom, they'll be banging on the door and shit. Like they'll be thinking I'm doing something in the bathroom the whole time, just sitting in the tub, just chilling. Like this was therapeutic for me. I escaped the problems in the house by doing that. So you can't laugh, bro. We all weird in some way. At the time when there's a lot of shit going on, I would go back and forth to my friend crib. Let's skip the story. So now we in the summer of 2013. This is when shit started to take place. So this is summer of 2013. You know, I'm just, like I said, I'm just bouncing back and forth from my friend crib back home. You know, at one point in time, I stayed at this house for like 2 to 3 weeks. So I damn near lived over there. But when I go back home, my mom and her boyfriend, they problems started getting a little, you know, too toxic and shit. So he didn't want to be in my little sister life and shit, so he get kicked out. And then he had went to jail around this time. I forgot what he went to jail for, but he had went to jail for a couple of years and shit. So not only am I being big brother, but I sometimes got to play the daddy role too. So I took care of my sister. You know, I looked out for my sister. I like taught my sister a lot of shit. And if y'all ask her today, like, who your favorite person in the world, she gonna say her brother. So yeah, so I had to help out with my sister and shit. So me, I'll go back and forth to my friend crib. Now, around this time, this is when the Miami Heat was on their way to win their second championship. When they had played the Pacers. They had played the Pacers in that Game 7 when Paul George had dunked on Birdman. And I think Lance Stephenson had blew on LeBron in that series too. Yeah, around that time, man. We was watching the game. I was at my friend crib when this happened. Like when Paul George dunked on dude, I was at my friend crib. We was watching the game. Like his mama threw like a whole little playoff party and shit out. So the next day after that game had went off, my mama called me. My mama called me that next day, and she get to tell me, like, look, but by the tone of her voice and shit, I could tell like she just got done crying and shit. But she tells me, look, you need to come home today. I'm coming to get you. Pack your bags. I'm coming to get you. I'm on my way now. So me, I tried to finesse my way to stay. Like I said, I was at my friend crib for 2 to 3 weeks, bro. I damn near lived over there at this point. Like I was just over there because, like I hated going home. I hated going home at the time. I really hated going home. So when I'm over here, it's a lot of peaceful, it's a lot of freedom and shit. Like we can go outside, do what we do, but my mama and his mama have a conversation. Me, I'm trying to sneak out the house and I'm like, yo, bro, let's go outside, let's go do something. But my mama like, nah, stay your ass here, pack your bags, come on, you coming home. Fast forward, we get in the car, we go all the way home. Now my mama ain't seeing in the whole car ride. My sister at the time, she was three, so she not seeing none. My mama ain't got no music playing, so it's just dead silent in the car and shit. So we on our way home. Me, I'm looking out the window. I'm looking out the window, just looking out the window and shit. And we ride across this basketball court, and this basketball court gonna play a big part later on in the story. So on our way to the crib, we get to the crib. My mom finally, talked to me. She's like, look, I need to talk to you. And then she could tell me that, look, we finna get evicted soon. And when she told me we finna get evicted, I was kind of like, okay, I kind of brushed it off. And I'm like, okay, we'll be all right. Because like I said, growing up, my mom always took care of me. Like she always provided a roof over my head. Like 2 of our apartments got caught on fire, but we always had a place to call our home and shit. So we was never homeless. We was never evicted. So hearing this for the first time, it was kind of like, okay, I didn't too much take it serious, but it got serious. So fast forward, she got to tell me, like, look, my auntie and my cousin, they just got into it, and they moved into their own spot, and she told me that we can't come. And when she told me that shit broke my heart. Like, I felt my heart just break in pieces. I'm like, wait, what? I watched my mama take care of motherfuckers and shit. She provide a roof over their head, take care of them, like, really take care of them, like, food, whatever. She took care of them. And I was kind of mad at my mama for doing that, but I can't be mad because at the time, she probably thought that was the right thing to do. And like I said, I love my mom. I'm gonna retire my mom, but I was really mad at her for doing that because I wanted her to think about her kids. And like I said, she probably did, but at the time, she just thought that was the right thing to do. When she telling me that, I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, like for 2 years straight, you split the money 3 ways. And when it's time to go school shopping, like me, I always wanted more. I always got it, clothes and shoes shit, but it wasn't much. But I went to school with dudes that's wearing the newest Jordans every single week. Like every time some Jordans come out, they got them. clothes. They got them. I wanted that, but we couldn't afford that. I told y'all we was on Section 8. We didn't have it like that. I thought we did, but we didn't have it like that. But I'm kind of glad that I didn't get spoiled like that, because that built that mentality of, bro, you gotta work for what you want. So I kind of fell into that trap of, oh man, I want what they want. I fell into that trap and shit. I would split the money 3 ways. She'd take me shopping, take my sister shopping, and then take my cousin shopping and shit. So I'm thinking to myself, like, what you mean we can't go? Like, why? Like, why we can't go? Like, why we can't go? So fast forward, we get out the con shit. Now on my way into the building, I'm thinking to myself, like, man, as soon as I get in, I'm gonna just fight my cousin, like, on some, cause I'm mad. I was hurt, cause I'm like, damn, bro, I just watch y'all use my mama until y'all couldn't use on the mo. Then, when shit hit the fan for her, y'all just say fuck her and then move it to y'all own spot the same day we get evicted. So I was really mad at them, and I actually built a lot of hatred towards them throughout the years. But, I'm glad that shit happened, because ain't no telling where I would be. But I don't feel that way no more. Like, I don't hate them. I don't say fuck them no more. Like, I'm okay. I accept the situation for what it was. My auntie didn't apologize for the shit that me and my sister had to go through. She didn't. She didn't give a fuck. She got what she wanted, rent free, then moving to her own spot. So it's okay. I accept the situation for what it was. She never apologized. Okay, I forgive them, but I never fuck with them or trust them ever again. In the house, what I remember is seeing my cousin. I remember seeing my cousin and my auntie like just having a mad look on their face and shit. So all of their shit is at the front door, and me, I'm looking at my cousin like, man, I should go piece this nigga up. And me and him used to fight all the time and shit. We always used to fight, like back in Hickory. We used to fight so many times. Like when you walk in our house in Hickory and shit, like nigga, it was a fat ass hole in the wall right there. Like soon as you walk in, you could see it. It was a big ass hole in the wall, because we used to fight. Like he ain't like me, I ain't like him. And growing up, he always used to think he was better than me because he got this and I ain't had that. And he always used to pick on me and shit. So I got tired of that. So we used to just swing on each other. Like we ain't do too much talking. Like we wanted to fight. Like we would swing on each other. Ain't nothing to talk about. Like let's just fight, get it over with. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, man, I'm finna swing on him. But mama tell me, like, look, take your sister, go in the room. Now, I go in the room, put my sister in the bed. I close my door. I actually slam my door that night. And then I lay down and I get to crying. I cry myself to sleep because I was just so hurt, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm 15. Like, I was just so fucking devastated and hurt because I'm like, damn, bro, I don't know what's finna happen. But in my heart, I'm like, man, we'll be all right. But we wasn't all right after this. So the next day, because they move out that night, but the next day, my mama had went to work. It's just me and my sister in the crib. And at the time, my sister had woke up. She had wanted some cereal. She had wanted some Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I remember this shit because the lights had went off. So she wanted some Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I fixed her the cereal. I turn all the lights on. Then I go back in the room and I lay down. Now, look, I ain't got no TV on, no lights on. I'm just laying down on my phone watching YouTube. It's crazy to me that 9 years ago, I was laying down on my phone watching YouTube. Now, here I am on YouTube telling this story. That shit wild to me. That shit is wild to me. That shit is really wild to me. But my sister come running in the room like 2 minutes later. She get the crying. Like, she crying. She, bruh. She used to call me bruh. I'm like, what's wrong? Like, she's like, look, the lights is off. So I'm like, what? So when I get up and I go, I go in the kitchen and shit, all the lights is off. So I flick the light on to see what's going on. I change the bulb, flick it on again, the light don't come on. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I open the refrigerator, the light's off in there. So y'all know the little power thing that you can control, and y'all know the little power shit. So I try to control that to fix the light don't come on. Then a couple minutes later, we get a knock at the door. And when I go to the door to look through the peephole, the white paper just covering at the peephole. Then I run to the window to see who it was. I see a white man just walk off. Now I open the door. Now from the note, only thing I remember from the note at the top saying, you got a couple days to evacuate the premises out of there, or we're gonna send the sheriff over to help you evacuate. And as soon as I see that, I call my mama. Like, Mom, we got eviction notice out of there. They saying they gonna send the sheriff over out of there, like this and this and that. I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, the lights is off. Like, I don't know, something wrong with the lights. So she like, yeah, they cut the lights off. Like, and then my mama didn't say nothing for a couple minutes. Like, she stopped herself like 10 to 15 seconds. But I could tell that she was gonna cry, but she was holding it in. Like, she'd say something, then she'd get quiet. So she told me, like, look, I want you to just take your sister and go across the street to this friend crib. Now, at the time, we had a family friend that lived across the street from us. And that's what I did. I packed the bag for me and my sister. Like I said, it's hot. This is summer of 2013. It's hot as hell. So me and my sister walked across the street to the friend crib. The friend out there, so we walked back to the crib. So we just walking back and forth. And then me and my sister stand on this main road right here. I'm going to put a picture up. And a friend was coming out the gas station. At the time, she was driving like this black Ford something. Yeah, she was driving a black Ford something. I just forgot the other name. But she see us, I'm waving her down and shit. She see us, she pull over in the middle of traffic, throw us in the car, then take her back to her crib. Now look, I told y'all at the beginning, this basketball court. So me, what I was doing at the time, I was just playing basketball. Like I'll walk to this basketball court every single day, no matter what. Like I'll walk to this basketball court and just hoop. I wanted to hoop. I really forced myself to, try to make it out the hood with the sports shit, but it didn't work. So while all of this is going on, I'm just focusing on basketball. So I'll walk to this church every single day. I met my first AAU coach. He was a short white man. His name was Coach John. He used to watch me all the time. I thought he was weird because he used to always watch me and shit, but he ended up approaching me, telling me that he wanted me to play for his AAU team. And I told him straight up, like, look, I'm okay with that, but I ain't got the funds. Like right now we going through some tough times and shit. Like you can talk to my mama, but I'm okay with that. And he told me straight up, like, look, we're going to be playing in front of some college scouts, so I'll try to get you a scholarship, but I just want you to focus on basketball. Don't worry about nothing you have going on. Just focus on basketball. So me, I thought to myself, like, shit, why not? That's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And I'm thinking to myself, like, shit, this ain't nothing but God. Fuck yeah, I'll do that. So I gave him the connection to my mama. He told my mama, like, look, I will pay for his uniform, his food, his travels, his hotel room, whatever. I just want him to focus on basketball. Y'all gonna get through the situation. I just don't want this to break him. So that was literally my mindset. It's got cut from Maryville my freshman year, so I'm like, shit, I finally get a chance to hoop now. So only thing I did around this time while all this is going on, I just played basketball. So fast forward, I'll be at the friend crib. Like I said, I'll just be going back and forth. Like she'll sometimes drop me off, walk back. Like I used to walk back every single day, bro. Every single day I walk back, and then when I walk back, I'll go to this school called Calumet, and I'm gonna put a picture up. I will hop over the fence, run on the track, then run up the little stairs shit. They had like a little weight bench. I'll do my little squats, then do my little body weight exercises, then go in the house and eat. And then the next day, I do that shit all over. Like I forced myself to play basketball. I forced myself to grind. It was my escape. While all of this is going on, I just hoop. Trust me, I'm telling you, I just hoop. But shit started to get serious around this time. So me, I needed something to distract me from all this pain. So fast forward, we leave the friend crib for a little bit. Now we come back. We go down the street where we stayed at. Now, as we pulling up closer, I just see a whole bunch of shit outside. Like I see so much shit outside. Like I see people walking up, grabbing shit. Like I see so much shit outside. And then when I realized that it was our shit, I was hurt. I'm like, damn, Mom. Like, look, Mama didn't want to like turn her head, but I know she probably already seen it. But she was trying her hardest not to break down and shit. So all our clothes, everything that we ever had, it was thrown out. And my mama pulled over. All my trophies and shit that I earned was thrown out. So she just told me, like, look, grab what you can grab, and then we'll just start over. And I was hurt. Like I was real life hurt. I broke down once we got back to the friend crib. I went in the bathroom and I cried for damn near half an hour. Like I was just so hurt. When you're going through this type of shit, people tend to like treat you like you ain't shit. And a lot of people shitted on us around this time, and I didn't forget nothing. Like I got a really good memory, so I remember everything. Like I remember just a lot of people just shitting on us, talking bad on us, like laughing at the fact that we going through this shit. So that's why I never really gave up. Like I don't want to go back to this shit. I owe my mama to go back to this shit. So that's why I'm going hard with this YouTube shit, but a lot of people were smiling around this time while we was going through this shit. And I'm seeing this shit. I'm like, damn, like, bro, how is this funny? Like, we real life going through some fucked up shit, but kicked out of the friend crib. Now, I don't know why we got kicked out, but we get kicked out of there. Now, at the time, what I learned is when you living with people, they don't know how to tell you how to get out. They just do little shit for you to get the message for you to get out. So we get kicked out of there. Now we moved to Gary, Indiana with Monty. Now, I didn't want to move with Monty and Gary. I didn't, because I knew what we was up against. I knew her boyfriend didn't like us. We didn't like him. He ain't alive right now, but I ain't gonna disrespect him and shit. I'm just gonna tell y'all what was it like, dealing with him, living under his roof and shit. Like, he gave us a helping hand, but he had an agenda behind his help and shit, and he threw it in our face a lot. So we dealing with all this. So we going from place to place to place. Me, I was still playing basketball. So when we got in Gary, I found the basketball court not too far out from Monty crib. This basketball court, it got shut up, but I had left before the shots even rang out. Like, as soon as they got the fight, I already knew, like, yep, it's gonna turn violent. So got up out of there. By the time I got to the corner, I heard the shots, and I ain't turn around. Like, I ain't trying to see, I ain't witnessing nothing. I don't know what happened. Got back to the crib, told my mom what happened. She told me, look, you ain't going to that court no more. Like, I'm sorry, but you can't go there no more. But I was still playing for Coach John. Like, he'll come to Gary, pick me up, take me back to Griffith, but he did that for 2 weeks. And my mama had took me one time, and then she saw me play basketball for the first time. Like, I was busting their ass. Like, I'm 15. I'm busting ass. I'm playing against 17, 18-year-old, 19-year-old. Like I put that work in. I was grinding. So the work that I was putting in, it was showing when I, got under that light and shit. So I was busting ass. I'm telling you, I was baby Steph Curry. I'm telling you, I'm real life telling you, I was baby Steph Curry. So John was like, look, man, I can't keep coming out here at all. Like I got other kids that's, so my opportunity to playing for a man kind of got slipped away because on this day, he wanted us to clean up. My auntie had went to work, and my mom had went to work for sure. I remember this shit. My two cousins and my little sister, we all in the house and shit now. We in the house with my auntie boyfriend and shit. So me, I wake up early. But my auntie told me before I wake up, like, look, boo-boo, I want you to clean this up. I want you to clean this up, da-da-da. So I was like, okay, I had no problem with this. I'm like, all right, cool. But that was my name. My name was Boo-boo. You better not call me that. If you call me that, I'm going to backhand your ass. But I don't really like for people to call me that. Like, my grandma gave me that name. That shit means something to me. But my auntie called me that. Kind of hard to tell her to stop calling me that because that's my name. Tell me, Boo-boo, I want you to clean this up, clean this up. I'm like, all right, cool. So look, when I get up, I go downstairs because they had this big ass screen TV. So I'm watching Big Mama. Everybody's still asleep. Now my auntie boyfriend, he up. He downstairs shit. So I made me some cereal, go sit down on the couch, and I get to watch the TV and shit. So he starts saying a little slick shit to me. He's saying a lot of slick shit to me. My mama went around and, to defend me and shit. Like I said, I'm 15. I can't really say what's on my mind and shit. And especially on top of that, we living with him. Like if I say some shit, we gonna get kicked out. But my mama used to defend me and shit. So while my mama gone and shit, he used to say a little slick shit out of that. Like I said, he ain't like us. He didn't he let us stay there, but agenda behind his help and shit. So he just picking on me and shit, like telling me, look, when you get done, I want you to start cleaning this up. And at the time, any little thing would trigger me. Like no matter who you is, like if you say the wrong thing to me, it would trigger me because I had a lot of anger built up inside of me. So if I wasn't playing basketball, I'd just punch shit. I fuck my knuckles up. I used to just punch a lot of shit. Like I punch a wall, punch a car window and shit. I just used to take my anger out on certain things. And if I wasn't playing ball, like I said, I just punch shit. So he steady talking shit to me. So I hurry up and just turn the TV off. He guilt tripped me into just turning the TV off, bro. I don't know what the fuck he did, but me, I just got tired of hearing his mouth shit. So I turn the TV off and I throw the remote and I go in the kitchen. I throw the bowl in the sink and I broke the bowl. Like it still had cereal in that bitch and everything, but I throw that bitch in there, break the bowl. Now he coming there, he's still talking. He's still talking. And me, I got my fist balled up and I'm biting my tongue, but I'm really like full of anger and rage. Like I'm really finna spaz out because this was a lot for me to deal with, bro. Like I was just so heartbroken around this time, but I just got my fist balled up and I'm finna just punch this nigga because he's steady talking shit to me. So fast forward, he forces me to take out the garbage. Now, I had no problem with taking out the garbage, but they had this mirror that had a hole in it. Him and my auntie was supposed to go back and forth on who was supposed to take it out and shit. So he forces me to take it out. Now, as I get to taking this mirror out, this is where the mirror breaks out on me. So it breaks on me. The whole mirror breaks on me. I had a fat ass glass about this big stuck in my hand. And I'm gonna put a picture up so y'all can see the beginning and after what my hand look like now. So when that mirror breaks on me, I run back into the crib. Like I lost so much blood. So I run back into the crib out of that. My auntie just somehow come into the kitchen and shit. So we in the kitchen. I lose a lot of blood and shit. So she try her best to she take a shirt, she try to pull the glass out. Like that shit was hurting. Like I'm jumping up and down and shit. I'm crying. Like, bro, I lost so much blood. Like you can see my white meat and shit. So she do the best she can. She take the glass out. Now we get in the car. We go straight to the hospital. Like she's just driving with my hand in her hand and shit. Like she trying to stop the blood, but my nigga, that shirt was so bloody. Like you couldn't stop this shit. So yeah. So fast forward, we get to the hospital. Like I needed like 20 stitches. So he paid for the damage and shit. So my mama felt some type of way. And they got into it that night. And he told us get the fuck out. And I got kicked out of there. Then we had moved to Crown Point, Indiana. I'm gonna stop the story right here because this is part one. Make sure y'all good. Make sure y'all straight. Most importantly, make sure somebody fucking with y'all. Nobody told you this shit today. I'm gonna tell you. I love you. It's TA and I'm out.